Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Arkansas Style. I am your host, Nicole Neiman. Thank you all for joining us today. We've got a really fun hour ahead. Here's a look at what you can expect. Make this holiday season easier and more delicious. Southern Sippery is here today showing how to batch cocktails for your Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving, crafting drinks like the Apple Cider Kentucky Mule that will impress your guests and save you time. And get ready for a trip to Italy, no passport required. We're taking you inside Ristorante Capeo, where scratch-made dishes, a beautiful new pizzeria, and decades of culinary tradition come together for a dining experience you won't forget. We'll also discover the legacy of Scott Joplin, the king of ragtime, and learning how his music shaped American popular song. With insights from Stephen Cook, award-winning author and host of the radio show Arkansongs. Plus, we're announcing the grand prize winner of our Riley Green giveaway at the end of the hour. So again, we've got a lot of great stuff on the horizon, but let's not waste another second. Arkansas Style starts right now. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in today. We are officially mere days away from Thanksgiving, which means if you're playing host this year, now is the time to start decorating. And who better to help us elevate our holiday tables than award-winning floral designer and co-owner of Norwood Day Floral Company, Chris Norwood. He's sharing tips and inspiration for creating a Thanksgiving table that's beautiful, festive, and totally inviting. All right, Chris, well, first of all, can I tell you what I'm thankful for?
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm thinking of you as well.
I just love your sugar and sunshine. You make my day every time I see you.
Those cocktails involved. We're going to do flowers and have cocktails when we're doing it too.
I know. I have all of my favorite people on the show today.
They'd be really pretty with a cocktail. So there we go. So let's get started.
What are we doing?
We're going to make a centerpiece for our table.
Okay.
And so you're going to do. Let me help you with it. I'm going to cut these. You don't have to cut.
Magnolia leaves, my favorite.
I want to do some things that you could probably find in your yard or in your neighbor's yard at night. Anyway,
that's right.
You could add
it's felony florist. That's what I do. I go out there in the night in my black and I steal their branches.
Borrow. You just borrow. Just borrow it.
But I don't return it.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Details.
Anyway, so
what are these?
This is green pit. You're going to put this around the edge. And this is just to cover up the mechanics. We normally don't use a lot of foam.
Okay.
But today we're going to because it's going to be a centerpiece, low and long, so we can see across our table.
Okay, so folks at home, check it out. This is what we're starting with. No vessel required, just a giant black block of
it's
well-saturated
aqua foam. It's a wet foam. It's a wet floral foam.
Yep, okay. Okay, so we're using these little leaves to...
And just to cover the mechanics. So when you put these in, you want to angle them a little bit down like that. If you put it in straight up that way, you're still going to see the edge of the container.
Ah, okay. Smart.
You know what? I think we're going to work together today. How's that?
I love it.
So you're going to put...
Friendsgiving already.
Friendsgiving, exactly. Look like you've already started that situation on Facebook.
Did you see what I did this
time.
weekend?
Yeah, it looked awesome.
I know. I entertained. I thought I forgot how to do it, but I nailed it.
You did a great job. There you go.
At least I think so.
Yeah.
And nobody, was poisoned by my cooking or anything. I think they're all still alive today.
And they're still taking your phone calls, so you didn't do too bad. Anyway.
I think they want to come back, to be honest,
exactly.
Like raccoons, you feed them really well.
Why wouldn't they? Exactly.
Would you come over?
Absolutely.
Come hang out at my place?
Let's put those in next.
Okay.
This is going to give us our depth. And so these are just, everybody has these around. You can get them anywhere. And I took some stems off of our roses, which are more coarse, and I poked a little bit of hole in there, and we're going to start them just like that.
Okay, so look at that. That's our little kickstand here.
That's our little repurposing.
Okay, cool.
I got a few of those there. Like
nice. Look at this is already looking magical.
There's that. Okay. Now let's go back and add a few of our, that one didn't do very well. But anyway, so now let's go back and add a few fall leaves next.
Okay. Look at how gorgeous. This time of year does not last long enough. I actually paid for those, yeah.
You paid for those? We've got these in from California. Ours are already down.
Okay.
So we're going with that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So I'm going to go ahead and cut these, and you just put them wherever you want to.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
So when you do those, though, if you were to cut these off, like just pull them off like that, you want to still get a good little cut if you're working with foam. If not, it's going to make a bigger hole than it needs to be when you put it in the foam. Okay. So once again, let's just do those around the edge, just like that. A little bit more there.
Again, when you talk about maybe borrowing from your neighbor, you know, it is kind of fun to bring the outside in.
Absolutely.
And so this is what we're creating. But like you said, you know, the leaves are off the trees. So we come to Norwood Day Floral.
There we go.
And it's always raining flowers there.
There we go, hopefully. So I'm going to add, so there's our hydrangeas that we like so much. We actually call these candy corn. We just made the name up. Anyway, so I'm going to go back and we're going to do one on the edge there.
I think that's a totally appropriate name.
Put that one there, and that's going to cover up a little bit more there.
Okay.
I'm going to give you, since we're working together, I'm going to share mine.
Okay.
I'm going to go there. It's like the one down to there. Now, the great thing about the hydrangea, once again, you want to make sure you take all those leaves off. Remember?
Right.
Because I promise you, if you don't, then they're going to wilt pretty quick.
Okay.
So now let's go back into our sunflowers.
All right. Oh, look
at
how
beautiful.
pretty. Yes,
These are called
absolutely.
Flame. These are called flame.
Flame, okay.
I'm going to cut them off, and you get to put it wherever you want to.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Just
look at that little bit of sunshine.
You do you, boo. So there we go. Anyway, so I'm going to do that one to there.
Yeah, this is a great floral arrangement. You know, like you say, nice and low. You can put it on your buffet table. You can put it on your dining table. Gosh, you can put it in your entryway too.
There you go. One more there.
One more. Okay. Here
and now we're going to work with some marigolds. I'm going to move this out of the way. So next one is, these are marigolds.
Yes.
Now,
you plant these in the garden, keep the rabbits away of your vegetables, right? And the bugs too, huh?
Keeps the bugs away.
Wow.
So see
Look at the size of these marigolds. Come on now.
These are called African marigolds.
Super sized.
Aren't they? And so we're going to cut those off there. I'm going to take a little bit of that foliage off, and I'm going to let you put wherever you want to.
Okay.
It really is a good cover on these as far as giving depth. Make everything else pop out.
Yeah.
And then you want to do the little tips like that, just kind of out and about.
Cute.
Why don't you do one along there? And these actually dry pretty well too.
They dry pretty well, huh?
They can. They can. I'm going to give you one more here.
All right, so we, of course, just have, I think, one more day to shop at Norwood Day for our Thanksgiving. What are your hours?
Our hours are going to be, of course, we open at 9.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Open at 9, and we close at 5 or until every customer leaves.
Okay.
And then on Wednesday, we're really trying to get out of the store around 1 if we can to be with our families.
Okay, well, this one's too small. You got to cook?
I got to cook.
Oh my goodness, what are you cooking? All of it?
Just the whole shebang.
Really? What's your signature dish?
I'm kind of known for my dressing from my grandmother.
Okay, and what goes in your dressing?
It's just the basics. It's just cornbread, half cornbread, and half white bread, dry white bread, yeah.
That sounds delicious.
And then celery, and then lots of seasoning. I'm a big seasoner, so.
Oh, look at these pretty
roses. These are called Moabs.
Okay.
Let me go and pop one of these real quick so you can see what it's going to look like when it opens. Beautiful.
You know I love these antique colors. Oh, folks at home, check this out. Look at how Chris brings down those petals and really gives that that flower a lot more.
There we go.
Bang for your buck.
Pretty. And that's such
gorgeous.
a pretty color.
Yes, look at how, oh my goodness, it's picture perfect. Doesn't even look real, but it is.
There you go. You can put it in there.
Okay, and what's so cool is I really feel like when you add these antique colors to these vibrant colors, it just really gives a lot more visual interest.
Absolutely. We'll put one more there. So now let's go back and add some of our broomcorn.
Okay.
One more there.
All right, last little piece.
No, they're going to yank us off the stage here. Cooking.
I know. I literally could do a whole show with you, though, for real.
Cooking.
Well, again, I just can't can't thank you enough for your time, your talent, and of course your friendship.
Absolutely.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
And I'm going to leave this one with you, and then you need to take that home on Wednesday when you leave.
I will, actually.
Okay?
I will.
Promise
I got
me you
two
will.
of my 4 kids in from out of town. We'll be cooking together.
Wonderful.
So, I know.
So what do you cook?
We cook it all. Yeah.
You cook it all?
Yeah, the whole shebang.
And what's your favorite? What's your specialty?
I like the stuffing too, but Aunt Betty was always in charge of the stuffing, so now that we don't have her.
I'll make a great chocolate pie too. I'll have to bring you some.
Oh, dang.
It's the Luby's old recipe.
Well, great to see you. Appreciate you.
Okay. All right.
As always, for more inspiration, designs, and custom floral, visit norwoodday.com or visit their store off Cantrell Road.
We need cocktails next.
Still ahead, we're chatting with Stephen Cook about the life and legacy of Scott Joplin, a.k.a. the King of Ragtime. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Arkansas Style. Look at how gorgeous.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Today we're talking a musical trip back in time with Stephen Cook, author and host of the radio show Arkansongs. He's here to talk about the King of Ragtime, Scott Joplin, who was born near present-day Texarkana and pioneered the Pulitzer Prize-winning African-American opera Tremontia right here in Southwest Arkansas. Stephen, all right, great to see you.
Sorry about the Tremontia pronunciation.
I knew I'd get it wrong.
It's a toughie.
I apologize, folks at home. It's a new one to me. Okay, who is Scott Joplin?
Okay, this guy was a huge star at the turn of the century, and then 60 years later had a career resurgence thanks to the movie The Sting with Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Even though that movie was set in the 30s, they used his music from the 1910s, turn of the century, and it somehow fit. And then
and what song did he play in The Sting?
Well, a bunch of them, but of course the famous one is The Entertainer, that you can still hear on cell phone rings today, and it's in elevators, it's everywhere, this song. But it came from this guy who was born, Texarkana was not even incorporated as a city yet, but it was probably southwest of Texarkana, but he spent a lot of his time in Arkansas. This opera is set in Arkansas, and it's dedicated to his late wife, Freddie Alexander, who died just weeks after their marriage. A tragedy. This guy's life was filled with tragedy, even as much as we love him today. But he was the king of ragtime. Before all this, he was trying to get respectability to his music. He hated the term ragtime because it meant ragged time, the way you would play the piano. And I've rarely brought in show and tell, but this thing's kind of rare. But so it never even got staged during his lifetime. He died in a pauper's grave in Queens, New York, and after he experienced quite a bit of fame. The biggest song of the early century was Maple Leaf Rag, which was his biggest ragtime song. He wanted to be played at his funeral. They didn't even play it at his funeral.
Oh, you're breaking my heart. Okay, so you have the album. Have you seen the opera? I assume you have.
I've never seen the opera. It's rarely been staged. So this is like 1972.
I mean, this is a shout out to all of our theater people here in Arkansas, in Central Arkansas, that are featured on the show. Here is your next show.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
I mean, because it was like 1972 before it was ever staged at all, and that's when people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is worth a Pulitzer because it's so amazing," and because of its historic value. So this guy was amazing, but he really wanted to be considered sort of a classical composer. So ragtime was not his, what he wanted to be known as. So that's why he worked tirelessly until his death from complications of dementia due to syphilis, that he died, and so it got staged once in a rehearsal. So then fast forward 60 years, and then this thing gets dusted off. And
okay, my heart is pitter-pattering at the potential of resurrecting a lot of this. You brought in a song clip. What are we going to hear?
Okay, this is a clip. I believe it's from Tremontia.
Oh, awesome. Okay, all right, let's give it a listen. Okay, that is totally my jam, that piano. How gorgeous.
I love
Stephen,
that
this is
piece.
what you do so well, is you introduce us to this music
It's
right
such a
here,
pleasure.
these Arkansas treasures. You are a treasure too.
Oh, thank you.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
I'm
Thanksgiving.
thankful to you and your friendship.
This is like Friendsgiving today because all the stars are here, and we're having cocktails later.
I know.
We're listening to some Scott Joplin and enjoying some flowers.
Well, you are definitely among my favorite people. Great
My
to
pleasure.
see you.
Thank you, thank you.
You
Thank
can catch Arkansongs Friday at 6:50 a.m., Saturdays at 5:55 p.m., and Tuesdays during Ozarks at Large on UALR Public Radio. And for those looking to dive even deeper into the rich history of Arkansas music, be sure to grab a copy of Stephen Cook's book From Almia to Zafia using promo code ARStyle10 at aliapress.com. Now stay with us. We're at Ristorante Capeo when we come back to explore its history, its growing space, and the incredible made-from-scratch Italian food that keeps people coming back year after year. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
All right, folks, we're going to take you on a journey to Italy. From northern to southern, from the East Coast to the West Coast, we are going to be diving into cuisine from this beautiful country. I am at Ristorante Capeo. I am joined by Eric Isaac, co-owner and chef. Eric, thanks for having me out.
Thanks for being here.
This is such a fantastic treat. First of all, for folks at home who have never visited the restaurant, can you tell them a little bit about your concept, your mission, what they can expect?
We are an Italian restaurant. Our mission is to serve the best food we can, give the best experience we can give, in the best atmosphere we can provide.
Yeah, no, the atmosphere is absolutely enchanting. First of all, you have the open air kitchen. You can see them all hard at work. What really makes you shine is the attention to detail in the ingredients and the freshness. So we're going to start with this first dish. Can you tell me about what it is I'm going to enjoy?
Mozzarella caprese. It's mozzarella. We make it fresh every day here. On top is just a combination of diced tomatoes, garlic, basil, olive oil.
When you talk about making fresh mozzarella, I think a lot of people don't have that experience. They're in the grocery store and they buy it out of that plastic package. But again, this is the extra mile that you go when you're serving these beautiful dishes. So creamy. I mean, that is unlike any mozzarella dish. And finishing it with that olive oil really gives it that zesty flavor. All right, I love it. So you also have a beautiful cocktail bar and wine menu. Your signature cocktail here, the Porch Weather. What am I drinking?
I believe that's an old-fashioned of sorts, maybe some variant ingredients.
So your bartender gets a little creative. He told me he put a little lavender tincture in this.
Yeah.
And it really does give it kind of that floral note when you're drinking this old-fashioned. Delicious. Porch Weather for sure. Okay, main entrees. Of course you have the signature dishes, the eggplant parm and the other pasta, lasagna, of course. But what have you served here?
This is pompano filet. It's been breaded and pan-fried. It is on lemon basil risotto with shrimp and lobster sauce.
Oh my gosh. I mean, the crust on the outside of this, so beautifully coated. Risotto is such a treat too. You know, I love going to a restaurant where I can't do things for myself at home. This is exactly that kind of a dish. So tell me a little bit about the history. How did you start the business? Why did you bring it to Little Rock?
Well, tell you what, I worked at a restaurant before this called Casanelli 1700, and she closed a couple of years before we opened. My brother and I opened this in 2003, so we're a little over 22 years old, and I just felt like there was a need for it, and so we opened.
I mean, really, if you are looking for elevated Italian cuisine, this pompano fish, never had it before. I don't think it could ever be replaced. It's this beautiful white fish, very thin. Again, the way it is prepared, I love the lemon zest on that. Super fresh. Tell me a little bit about your kitchen staff, because again, talk about passion and heart back there.
Well, we're very blessed to have them. They do a great job. They're serious about what they do, and they're good at it, I think. So.
Well, it comes right from the owner, from the top down. Talk about serious about business. You also have an incredible dessert menu.
Yeah.
What is this?
Pistachio cheesecake.
Okay. It's almost too pretty to eat, but you know, I do it for the people. I will be eating it. Eric, I have to tell you, in a personal endorsement, I've been to your restaurant many times. This might have been the first place I came when I first moved here from Chicago. You took incredible care of me at the bar. I had a beautiful dinner and dining experience. Again, I brought friends in from out of town to be able to enjoy the delicious cuisine, but of course the atmosphere here as well. Talk about special occasion dining or just a regular old Tuesday night, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, Eric, thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank
really.
you, Nicole. You too.
Very impressed with what you all do here.
Thank you.
Be sure to come out for your next special occasion. Of course, like I said, on any old Tuesday night, a Ristorante Capeo in North Little Rock. Now, when we return, Misty Wilbanks and Stacy Drilling from Southern Sippery will walk us through holiday batch cocktails, decor ideas, and how to book them for your next party. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. If you're looking to make your Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving holiday a little easier and a lot more delicious, Misty Wilbanks and Stacy Drilling, co-owners of Southern Sippery, are here to show us how to batch cocktails that will impress without the stress. It's always great to have you ladies, and of course I am ever so thankful for you girls, your friendship, and of course your incredible expertise.
Thank you. Well, we're thankful for you. Thank you for being such a cheerleader for us.
100%. Yes, from the heart. All right. Okay. Well, for Thanksgiving, you know, we want to make it a little easier because, of course, we're cooking like crazy. We want to batch a cocktail. What are we going to batch today?
Because nobody wants to play bartender at Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving. You want to enjoy the time with your family, right?
Absolutely.
So we're doing an apple cider Kentucky Mule.
Yes.
For you today.
One of our favorites.
Super easy. Like you couldn't get easier than this.
Yes,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it goes for women and men. Sometimes you've got the bourbon. Women tend to kind of stay away from that, but it still has a little bit of sweetness and stuff to it. The Mule is one of our most popular drinks for any of our events. So this is a great take on a good fall, easy to do cocktail.
And what is the main ingredient that makes it a mule?
Ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
Yes.
Okay.
Usually we top with that. This one we're just pouring all of it in.
Yeah.
So
because you can do this ahead of time, and if you do this like the day before, you probably don't want to put the ginger beer in yet. But if you are going to drink it right away, you can go ahead and put that in.
Yeah, but it's going to give it a little effervescence,
little fizz,
little bubbly.
You can also choose to just get any apple cider from your favorite store or any grocery store. You can also spice it up a little bit if you want to add cook it down with a little bit more cinnamon sticks or some oranges. You can do that ahead of time.
Okay, so we're taking 1 full gallon of apple cider. All
We're
right.
gonna pour that all the way in there.
Pull the whole thing, and then we're going to take. We've got about 4 cups of your whiskey in here. We've
Any
already
type of
pre-batched
whiskey?
that. We did makers on this one. Want me to do that one?
Yeah. Okay. And you can add a little more, a little less, depending on what you like. We would add a little more.
The beautiful thing about a batch cocktail is that when you're setting up the bar, like you say, nobody wants to play bartender. Nobody wants to be opening up bottles of wine and mixing drinks. This is just a self-serve situation.
It's a self-serve, and then you can put your garnishes out however you want, where they can just do it themselves, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
And that was the ginger beer that went in, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just did 2, and these are
2 of your ginger beers.
Okay. That's a cool
That you can
product.
get at your store.
All right, so ladies, of course, I would be remiss without talking about actually your full service. You know, you set up a beautiful bar, themed, you know, as always. You have incredible barware and great little serving pieces. Remind everybody, especially with the holiday season coming up, this is where you want to hire you girls.
Yes.
What do you do?
Right now we're doing all kinds of holiday parties, corporate parties. You know, if you have an office party, we're doing those, and we're also doing our cocktail classes. Right now we have one that we just opened up today, actually. If you go to southernsippery.com, you can. It's a Making Spirits Bright cocktail class, and it will be December 14th. So you can sign up for that today.
So you don't have to, you know, go to whenever. Of course, we want to be at every party, but our cocktail classes are just a great way to celebrate with your friends, have a good time, release stress from the holidays. It's a great little thing to do with your friends or your significant other, and we have a really, really good time. Give away prizes, so that's always a great thing. So
yeah, people really are interested in experience-based gifts anymore. How does the class actually work? What do you do?
Well, we just we like to incorporate facts into them. So, like, you know, if we're doing a vodka cocktail, we'll tell you about vodka and the different things you can do with vodka.
Absolutely.
And then and then we'll show you how to make the actual drink. All while
usually
just having a good time.
Usually about 3 cocktails is what we make, and we try to use different spirits too that maybe like you haven't tried from the store, maybe something you haven't heard of before. So you get to have some little tasting experience with that too. So.
Okay, let's just talk about this deliciousness I just had. I mean, this is Thanksgiving in a glass. Like you say, it is sweet and delicious and tasty, you know, and it's not alcohol forward at all. So if you are really looking to impress your guests with just a signature cocktail.
Well, and you saw how easy. I mean,
very
really
simple
things that we put in there.
Super easy. All right, back to the cocktail classes. Where do you host those?
This one is going to be at, it's an event center called Norwood Hall in Morrilton. We actually own that, so we're doing that there. So
it's really nice.
Yeah, it's a really fun place. So.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, will you girls come back one more time before Christmas?
Yes,
Give us
yes,
a
absolutely.
This was amazing. Well, happy Thanksgiving
Thank
again
you.
from the
Happy
heart. I
Thanksgiving.
just appreciate you both so much. For holiday entertaining made easy, batched cocktail ideas, and to book Southern Sippery for your next party, head to southernsippery.com. Now, Millie Almador is here to show how to turn your winter beauty routine into a holiday showstopper. From skincare must-haves to perfect winter shoes. Stay with us. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
The seasons are changing, and so should your beauty routine. Just in time for holiday parties and winter events, celebrity beauty and style expert Millie Almador is here to help you add some serious wow to the season. She's a regular on GMA, The Sherry Shepherd Show, and more, sharing the latest beauty trends and style essentials. Millie, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, let's get the glam going. What is the secret to a wow-worthy beauty routine during the holidays?
Well, I always say a trend that never goes out of style is a bold red lip. And if you can, get your hands on a gold, a copper, a silver shimmery shadow. And you can even with your fingers just tap it on. You will look so glam, but literally this look takes 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I have not mastered the red lip, but that looks pretty enticing the way you did that. Can you share a go-to product that celebrities swear by to keep their skin looking great? Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, let me tell you, when you mentioned celebrity, the first person I thought of is the amazing Rihanna. And her go-to body moisturizer is the Fenty Skin Butter Drop Whipped Oil Body Cream. And I am obsessed with this too. It's ultra luxe, super nourishing, and leaves your skin with this gorgeous mega sheen. It comes in amazing mix and match scents too. So you've got Fenty Fresh, Vanilla Dream, and Salted Caramel. And it's an Allure Best of Beauty winner that has gone viral and sold out numerous times because of that intense hydration. Now you can try it or gift the new little Butter Drops gift set that comes in limited edition festive scents. You've got Naughty Nutmeg and Warm Cinnamon. Now whether you buy the full size or the mini, the cost is still under $50.
Lord have mercy. That's like a mirrored finish. You can see your reflection in that shine.
Yes, it's such a beautiful sheen.
And that's from Rihanna?
Yeah, that's her brand, Fenty. It's her brand.
Sign me up. Okay, amazing. Okay, how about a go-to shoe pick for winter?
Well, I love a classic shoe. And you can never go wrong with the Chuck. But I want to introduce you to the Chuck Taylor All-Star Elements boot. These are here to help you brave the cold. You've got the iconic ankle patch and the All-Star license plate. This puff-up version of the Chuck Taylor is the perfect cold weather accessory. So super cute, super cozy, and it's built to brave the elements. It's also water repellent. It's insulated, so it's lined with fleece to keep you warm. Plus, you've got ortholite cushioning on this and a durable rubber sole that gives you traction when you need it. This is style and function in one.
Girl, those look like pillows for your feet.
Oh my God, they're so comfy. So comfy.
And I like how you got them coordinated with that athleisure look. Okay, all right, Chuck, I see you. Okay, you know, a lot of people stress out when they're thinking about beauty and fashion. Is there an easy way to stay stylish without the stress?
There absolutely is, and especially this time of year, Stitch Fix. They are the go-to destination for styles you'll love without any shopping required, which definitely will take that stress away. All you do, you take a quick style quiz. A stylist handpicks pieces just for you. Your fix shows up right at your door. You're gonna try it on. Keep what you love and then send back the rest. No subscription needed. Plus, shipping and returns, those are always free. And now with features like Stitch Fix Vision and Stylist Connect, you can actually see yourself in outfits before you buy them. And you can even chat with a stylist for real-time tips. This is holiday style made so easy, courtesy of Stitch Fix.
Millie, this is not just hype, this is the real deal. I have friends who use that service, they swear by it. Effortless, and they nail it every time.
It's like having your own personal stylist. It's amazing.
Who's really good at her job, or his job.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'd love to pick your brain. Is there a trend that you're loving right now?
I love Luxe for less. We all do, right? But a trend that will never go out of style is gorgeous, healthy, radiant hair at a price we can afford. Purador. They are my go-to for healthy, beautiful hair. And they're very well known for their best-selling anti-thinning gold label shampoo and conditioner set. And it's under $40. Purador works for all hair types. Now this formula, it blends premium natural extracts and select organic ingredients to not only tackle dryness, but it also helps comfort and refresh your scalp. Plus, it's packed with ingredients like aloe vera, argan oil, and red Korean seaweed. These are gonna not only hydrate, but they're gonna help nourish and strengthen your hair so it appears fuller, thicker, and healthier. I invite you to go on their Amazon and look up this product. The reviews, so many of their customers post the before and afters, and it's unbelievable.
Okay, you had me at anti-hair thinning. Incredible. All right, Millie, I could talk to you for days and weeks and months, but if we want to connect, where do we go for more information?
For more info, visit tipsontv.com.
So exciting. Well, thank you for enticing us into the holidays and looking our finest. Great to meet you.
Thank you. Great to meet you too.
Happy holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to show your shine this season. Now, when we come back, Dr. Keith Curry explains how patients can reduce medications, stabilize blood sugar, and protect against serious diabetes complications, all through his Back to You method. Stick around. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
In today's segment, we are going to be talking about type 2 diabetes. It affects millions of Americans and many here in Arkansas. I am joined by Dr. Keith Curry to discuss. Dr. Curry, great to see you.
You as well, Nicole. Thank you.
Before we get into the real heart of the matter here, can you tell folks at home a little bit about what makes you so uniquely suited to talk about this topic and help offer hope?
Well, you know, I'm a board-certified chiropractic internist. I'm also a certified nutritional pathology and functional medicine practitioner. I'm an avid learner. I've invested a lot of postdoctorate financial resources towards my education. I'm going into my 22nd year of practice, and I've never worked harder, and I'm enjoying the fire out of it.
Love it. Well, you definitely know your stuff. I always enjoy our conversations. So today, type 2 diabetes. Why are so many people struggling with this?
Well, you know, a lot of people say, well, it's lifestyle, or a lot of people say it's genetics, right? And they're like, well, my mom had it, my dad had it, my sisters, my cousins, my brothers, my grandma, my grandpa had it. So it's got to be a genetic thing. And sometimes their doctors tell them that. But there's an emerging field, Nicole, called epigenetics. And it's really come to light as of late. And epigenetics tells us that we don't have to be handcuffed or shackled by our genetics. Epigenetics says that our genes will express good or bad things based on the environment that we put them in. And so really, it's really come to the forefront now that a lot of clinicians and doctors have recognized that type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disease. And a lot of times it's a choice that someone makes, which kind of sounds hard because we're not used to hearing those kinds of things. But the reality of it is so much of this can be controlled.
Okay, and this is why we are talking about it, Dr. Curry, because there are several complications related to type 2 diabetes. Touch on those.
Yeah, you know, this is where it gets very serious, Nicole. 66% of type 2 diabetics leave this planet Earth because of the complications of cardiovascular disease. That's actually listed as the cause of death. So this is a big deal. Type 2 diabetics are more likely to develop dementia than a non-diabetic because of the high blood sugar and inflammation and damage to the brain that causes. They also face a much higher risk for cardiovascular disease in general, such as high blood pressure, strokes, and heart attacks, because the diabetes causes systemic vasculitis, which is widespread inflammation of blood vessels from head to toe. And that's why heart attacks and strokes are so common in diabetics.
Okay, you talk about specifically neuropathy as maybe being a warning sign. First of all, can you briefly tell me what neuropathy is and why it might be something to pay attention to?
Yes, ma'am. I always say that neuropathy for a diabetic is often the body's first warning shot. In my spine care practice, I work with a lot of patients who have what's called compressive radicular neuropathy from spinal stenosis and degenerative disc disease in their spine, where they'll have tingling or numbness or burning in their hands or their feet, abnormal sensations, and it's very common in the spine care practice where they could have pressure on nerves in their neck or low back from degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, and arthritis. In my functional medicine practice, I see a lot of diabetics and pre-diabetics, and many of them are suffering from earlier stages or even deep stages of neuropathy. And in those cases, it's the chronic high levels of blood sugar that's depleting nerves of oxygen. And when those nerves begin to die, you see pain, burning, numbness in the hands and the feet. And once circulation is impaired, Nicole, the tissues in those areas can start to die. And that's why amputations and blindness are tragically common in advanced diabetes.
Whew. Okay, you've got my attention on that for sure. But you have given us some hope. You've developed something called the Back to You method. How does this make a difference?
Yes, ma'am. I've been doing functional medicine for a lot of years. And then, you know, my Back to You method is my proprietary protocol that I've developed over that period of time. And it's built on advanced testing and nutritional pathology. And first of all, I tell everybody, you know, I don't treat diabetes. I think it's very important to understand that. And I explain that to all of my patients. Instead, I look for hidden sources of inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, gut imbalances, toxic loads such as heavy metals or mycotoxins or other environmental pollutants and contaminants, and things that are the underlying drivers of insulin resistance, because that's what diabetes is. It's severe end-stage insulin resistance. And then I create a specific individualized protocol that helps restore balance and function to the patient's body. And that's the power of the Back to You method and functional medicine in general, because it's unique to each person.
Okay, well, when we talk about the power of this, what kinds of results are people experiencing?
Oh, I've seen wonderful things happen with so many patients over the years. Oftentimes patients lose weight, their energy returns, their blood sugar stabilizes, and some reduce or eliminate their need for medications. And most importantly, they regain control of their future, reducing the risk of dementia and heart disease, neuropathy, and amputations.
Well, and just like today, talking to us about type 2 diabetes and you're experiencing with this, you've also developed a free resource. Let's invite people to check that out.
Yes, I offer a free report called Are You Toxic? The Silent Sabotage, Hidden Toxins Could Be Making You Sick, and explains how my Back to You functional medicine protocol is laid out in detail and how it could help people with chronic conditions. It's a $27 value and it's completely free. All they have to go is to go to the website, Are You Toxic, S-I-C-K, SICK, and they can get that report.
Dr. Curry, I always enjoy our conversations because you do give us so much hope. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Nicole.
If you are experiencing type 2 diabetes, be sure to check out Dr. Curry. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
All right, everyone, it's time to crown our Riley Green giveaway winner. Drum roll, please. A huge congratulations goes out to Bonnie Johnston from Hot Springs. Bonnie, you're taking home a brand new Epiphone acoustic guitar plus an autographed pick guard to go with it. We've also selected our runners-up who will take home vinyl copies of Riley Green's deluxe album along with a $50 Boot Barn gift card. So a huge congrats to all of you as well. Everyone will soon receive a phone call with directions on how to pick up your prizes here at the station. You'll have 2 weeks until December 12th to claim everything, so keep an eye on that phone and get ready to enjoy your goodies. Thanks to everyone who entered, and Bonnie, happy strumming. Don't forget to follow us on social media or visit our website for all things Arkansas Style. We will see you all again next time with love. Mwah.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Style with Nicole Neiman. Furniture provided by Hank's Fine Furniture. Fresh flowers provided by Norwood Day Floral Company.